Good morning, YouTube. Gosh, it's a gorgeous morning. We had 100-degree temperatures yesterday, and then it started raining last night. Temperature just dropped like mad. It was beautiful this morning. It's probably 70, and it is a little wet, but not really rainy. I'll turn you around so you can see that it was rainy, just enough to barely wet stuff. But it's already like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's still nice and cool. Smoking, I don't know, I called it my shield. I think it's a Savinelli or something. I'm almost sure it's a Savinelli. In it, I have a 2013 Drew Estate Central Park stroll. I usually give you guys just half something that smells good. It's nice. It smells nice. Remember, I had tons of that because I still have tons of it smells nice. I might send some out to, I was going to send out some boxes. I just might send out some, I don't know what is in it, tins to some people. I had a fire, and then the labels all washed off from the outside. Everything was good inside. It was just from the dampness and stuff. The tins made it, or the tins didn't make it through, but the jars made it through fine. I just replaced the rings on top. The problem was is the labels fell off, so I didn't know what was in them. They all smelled good, though. So some of them are just spelled, it just says ISN. It smells nice. I don't really have much to say this morning. I've been really, I don't want to say lazy, but just can't seem to get in gear right now. Well, the heat, the heat just takes and drains everybody. So I think that's pretty common across the board, isn't it? That everybody during the, can you see there's my single horseshoe pit. One pit. So is it a pit if there's only one half of it? Or is it half a pit? So is it a P or an it if you only have half of a shoe pit? And then do you just use shoes instead of the horseshoes since it's only one half? Well, you can't throw horses, so you're going to have to throw the shoes, right? Our yard is we could do the two ends. It's just why. I can't reach. If you put up the regular horseshoe pit, I can't go from one to the other, so I always have to take a few steps anyway, so I'm just not as strong as we used to be. None of us, though, are we? So let's see, what was we going to talk about today? Well, I'm doing grapes. I don't know if you guys saw, but I had grapevines, and I did my first batch of grape juice, and man, is it thick. You almost have to put, we were putting sparkling water with it, just bubbly stuff, and it makes it into a really nice fizzy grape juice, but it's just so thick. Then I made some jams, but I had to, there's, with the seeds and stuff, I had to remove the skins first so that I could put the skins and that flavor back in after I squished the grapes. What a pain in the ass that is, man. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I did cherries one year where I had a bunch of cherries. Well, I've done them more than 1 year, but we did a MSR where, the sounds and stuff. And I did a video with me squishing the cherry pits out of the cherries. I think I did 3 of those MSRs. I was the only one that did them. MSMs. Anyway, it was all about audio sensory. And did it for Paul Schellbetter. He didn't appreciate him. I mean, he did, but he didn't appreciate that nobody else entered the contest. And with nobody else entering the contest, he kind of, I think I should have been null and void. And usually I say, hey, I don't, I'll enter the contest. I don't want the prize, but At that time, it was a really good bag of tobacco. So, anyway, that's been years ago, guys. That's been years ago. I need to repack my pipe pretty soon. Um, I hadn't packed it very heavy this morning. Well, for one thing, I didn't know how long this nice, cool weather was going to be, or if we were going to get the rain in, or if the sun was going to come. Isn't this great? Oh, we're going to do a haunted cul-de-sac here. I'll show you what Mike's like. I don't know if you can see, but if you look out there, I live on a corner, and the corner I'm on is a cul-de-sac. So, we were talking about doing a cul-de-sac. However, if we can't do that, I don't know if you guys can see, I have a humongous side yard too. And that's kind of funny because every yard I've ever lived in always had a yard and a half. So this is the same thing here in our cul-de-sac because everything's on a circle. All their front yards are very small. But my side yard and the side of my garage even are humongous compared to most yards. And so if we don't do it in the cul-de-sac, we're going to do a haunted graveyard here in the side of the yard here. And that'll probably be better, but I'd rather be in the cul-de-sac so that everybody's responsible for the stuff and for the electricity and stuff. If we do it over here, it's going to be pretty much my expense. My extension cords and stuff. But that's all right. It'll be fun if we can do it. Thing is I am planning on being in Texas at the end of October. So I got to get everything ready to go before I leave for Texas and then California. Because October I'm hoping to be gone all month pretty much. Well, like 10 days at this end and 10 days at the other end of the month, which only leaves a few in between. I am going to be back, though, in time for Halloween here. So, well, good morning. How are you guys doing? Just saying hi to everybody, we were talking about how we talk on the internet, and basically, I'm really talking to some of my friends, and it's so nice to be able to just know that on a daily basis we all get to speak to each other. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Of course, I'm watching you.